G'day, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Oh, have I got a problem for you guys? Now, for those of you who don't know who we are, uh, now, for those of you who don't know who we are, I represent several teams of astral travelers who are working towards, number one, the ascension of Gaia, and two, the getting rid of all the bad guys who are making Earth a living hell. And we've been working very, very hard for the last few years. And if you watch my last video, then you would know that we've won the war, that Gaia is going to go through her ascension process and that we are going with her. Hooray. However, we have a really serious problem. Not just one dilemma, but two. And this video is about, now that we've won the war, how do we win the peace? Dilemma number one. And this is one of the things that actually is the reason the Illuminati exists. And you see, you're familiar with the 13 families, I'm assuming. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, all of those guys. And what they're all about is about enslaving humanity, making Earth a harder place to live. There's a lot of death and warfare. And these guys have been the puppet masters behind global politics for as long as anyone can remember, forever. Now, where do they come from? Who are these guys? Now, it's really important that you talk about bloodlines because they are a hybrid species, a hybrid reptilian earth human species. And they are debatably native to Earth. Now, as if an interstellar species is masquerading as the top level of humanity, as if that isn't bad enough. You would have seen from my video where we interviewed one of the middle management demons about child trafficking. And one of the things he said is that there's at least 1 million kids a year going to an underground reptilian city. That's a big problem. That's a big, 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 big problem. Because even if we oust the top level of human culture, even if we remove all of the imposters or pretend humans who are running our show, even if we get rid of that elite caste, then what? Well, most of us think that humanity will enter a golden era immediately. We still have a problem. You see, there's an underground city of arrogant and violent criminals known as the reptilians who are living in an underground city. They prefer to be underground, and they've set up a lot of apparatus in our culture to make sure that all of that 1 million kids a year are delivered to their underground city. And the issue is that even if we do reclaim the surface, how do we defeat them? If we destroy their presence on the surface, they're going to take it pretty badly. And I imagine they're still going to want their 1 million kids a year. And they're arrogant enough that that nothing pretty will happen from there. I believe there'll be a warfare. Now, the surface humans do not have the technology to combat them. We don't. It will be a walkover. It'll be a hopeless, forlorn battle where, where our armed forces are ill-equipped to deal with these nasties, and human culture will be destroyed and the remainder will be enslaved, specifically to deliver those children that they like to eat. Yeah, grim, isn't it? Grim. You see, I don't have an answer for this situation. Now, we did look around, we did do a flight on it, and we found that DARPA, the high-tech weapons development group for the US, or ostensibly the US military, actually has the weapons required to combat the reptilians. Now, we outnumber them hugely, but I don't believe for a second that we're going to win. It will be like bows and arrows against tanks. Now, Can we claim the weapons in DARPA? Are there enough to actually put up a fight? Are we going to be fighting in the right way? I don't know. But as it stands, the reptilian agents we know as the Illuminati are in control of DARPA and control of the weapons therein. Bit of a problem. Now, I don't know how we win the peace here. Like, I don't know how we fight that battle, because I'm really baffled. Now, we have some hope in that our allies, being Pleiadian and Arcturian, will come up with the goods. Will either give us an army or give us the weapons for us to create our own. I don't know. I really hope that's the case. But I want you to think about, I want you to list exactly how many things they have given us. But yeah, I am not certain that they'll actually help us and supply us in that way. I'm not certain. It's not a given. We're dealing with interstellar politics, and who knows what the rules are there. But so far, they have not helped us put down the Illuminati at all. They haven't done anything. They're not doing it. They probably have the technology to do it. I would assume that they do, but they're not interfering. So where have they been is my big question. But yeah, that leads on to dilemma number 2 of winning the peace. So I'm all up for suggestions, but I also think that this group of people, I think this question should be out there. How do we deal with that problem? How do we deal with underground base populations who are better armed and better organized than we are? What are we going to do? They want the surface back. Who are we to stop them? I don't know. I really don't know. This is not to say that our team does not have some solutions. The very first thing we need to do after the victory here is to create something we're calling the City of Light. The City of Light will be home to a group of people who are specific to looking after humanity's, sorry, I should say Earth's energetic grids and humanity's collective consciousness grids. Now, if we don't learn how to look after our own planet, then some other bunch of galactic punks, be they reptilian or otherwise, are going to show up and do it for us. And the very first thing our team wants to do, well, we're 3/4 of the way there, I should say, is set up something called the City of Light. City of Light will be there to manage Earth's energetic grids into the future until we come up with something better. But if we don't do it, then we are leaving the back door open to yet another planetary takeover. It's also part of the end of humanity's adolescence and the beginning of humanity's adult independence, sticking up for ourselves. Big issues. But yeah, and whatever that team can do to contribute to this problem, we'll be there. We'll be there. I don't know exactly what we're going to do there. We don't have a strategy as yet, but we'll be there to be deployed. So good luck to us and good luck to everybody. Love to you all. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.